Welcome back. This morning, we're shining a spotlight on the disappearance of 3-year-old Elijah Vue. He vanished from his home last week after his mother's boyfriend, Jesse Vang, ordered Elijah to stand next to his bed and pray. Vang then fell asleep and woke up nearly 3 hours later to find little Elijah was gone, leading police to begin an extensive search.
I'm not going to speculate. What I'm going to do is continue to search for Elijah Vue. We are doing everything in our efforts, believing that he is still out there. We will find him and we will bring him home.
And while there's still no sign of Elijah Vue, his mother and her boyfriend have been charged with child neglect. Let's bring in our guests and talk about this case. Missing persons expert and the co-founder of missingcoalition.org, Jason Jensen, is here. And we have also with us the former director of the Department of Family and Children Services in the state of Georgia. Mr. Tom Rawlings is with us as well. Good morning. Great to have you both here. Jason, let me begin with you. Looking at this case, tell me what's jumping out at you as concerning, please.
Well, the biggest concern that we have at this point is the fact that he's been missing for such a substantial period of time, and it's the winter.
Right. I mean, this is horrible right now that this child is gone. Tell me, Jason, in terms of, the concerning facts, do you buy the story about the boyfriend saying, oh, I woke up and the little boy is gone?
Well, to be honest, it is a little concerning because there's only 3 scenarios that play out that involve the disappearance of toddlers, and that is that there could either be a wander off or there was an abduction, and the worst case scenario is that there was a death and a concealment, and that's usually more prevalent in scenarios where the child was in the care of a non-parent.
Tom Rawlings, I want to talk to you about just that. I have a look at some of the punishments that beautiful little child apparently would receive. Apparently, Elijah was forced to stand in timeout for 1 to 3 hours, this little toddler. He was also, apparently, his diaper was only changed once a day. Once a day.
More than... Yeah.
Go ahead, Tom.
Julie.
Jump in, please, my friend.
So think about the fact that this child was also 3 years old, still using a bottle, as I understand, and not potty trained. This child was between a rock and a hard place from the beginning, and then his mother decides that she's going to send him to a convicted child abuser and convicted meth dealer for discipline to teach him how to be a man. This poor child was just... down a road to nowhere, I'm afraid. That really concerns me.
Yeah, this is horrible. These parents, and there's more. Apparently, that sweet little baby made to take cold showers when he would overfill his diaper. How despicable is that? They made the child have a cold shower. He can't help it. And then apparently they wanted to make Elijah understand that going home is a privilege for him. Really? Oh, so it's a good idea to scare the heck out of the child. Tom, what do you think about that?
Well, this is complete abuse, Julie. Let's just be real clear about that. Whatever happened to Elijah, and I tend to be very concerned that having been gone 9 days and supposedly last seen sleeping by the boyfriend, that we're going to see a tragic end here. I hope not. But this situation, again, it unfortunately is another one of those that you and I have talked about in the past, where you have a mother who has not even trained her child to use the bathroom properly at age 3, who is then sending the child away to a convict to whom the child is not related. So you're setting the child up to be abused. And of course, you got to also ask, where's the father? Once again, we are dealing with a situation where there's only one parent in the scenario, and the boyfriend is a questionable individual.
Isn't that the truth, Tom? Thank you for all of that. Great points. I've got a clip of little Elijah's grandmother talking about the search for her grandson. Let's watch.
I want my grandson to be home with my family. So I want everybody to continue, don't stop, just searching for my baby Elijah.
Oh my gosh, you can just feel the heartbreak, can't you? Jason Jensen, talk to me here, please. What do you think investigators are doing at this point in time? Kind of pull back the curtain for us. How might these search efforts be going for that little child?
Sure. I mean, given the fact that, there's the neglect charges against them both, the whole purpose of that is so they can be separated and interrogated to see if one or the other has information that they're withholding from law enforcement concerning a death and the concealment, because the likelihood is that we're all fearing is the fact that this child was subjected to abuse. The child ended up recklessly, being caused to death, and then they've hidden it somewhere. And the typical scenario when it is a death and concealment is they fabricate the claims of either an abduction or a wander off.
This just makes no sense to me. Tom, your thoughts on boyfriend saying, when he woke up, the child's gone? I mean, he's 3. Do you think it's likely that the child would have the wherewithal to let himself out of the house and run away?
No, I think that's a very unlikely scenario. First of all, the boyfriend had been awake earlier that morning. First of all, the boyfriend went back to sleep at 8 o'clock in the morning. Makes no sense. Secondly, if the child had in fact opened the door, wandered out somewhere, it is very likely that he would have been seen by someone in the neighborhood at that time in the morning. So I think I just kind of doubt this entire scenario.
Right, I'm with you, Tom. I'm very suspicious of it. I've got another clip of some community members talking about what this search for little Elijah is doing to the neighborhoods where they live.
If it was my child, again, I would want everybody out looking for him, doing what we can, to come together. But he needs to know, and I hope he feels the love, and the support, because it gives me goosebumps and chills up and down my spine thinking about this little boy.
Jason Jensen, how important is it to have community awareness when you have a missing child?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You want as many eyes as you can to have for the situation, because if it was a real wander-off, the child is subjected to elements out there where they can freeze to death. It's the winter. And if there is a likely abduction, someone's going to recognize the child in the arms of a stranger, and the child's going to act like they're uncomfortable with somebody unfamiliar. So you'll want everyone out there looking, and the chances are, since they're looking in the neighborhood, it's usually within a mile of the home is where they find decedent toddlers.
This is so sad. Let's hope and pray they find little Elijah Vue alive and he can be brought to safety. I'm not going to say home safely, because I don't know that home's safe. It sure doesn't sound like it's safe according to what police are saying, but into the arms of someone who will provide him safety, perhaps grandma.